Hi guys, welcome to my studio. I am Megan and we are going to do a coral reef pour today. So I have two ocean colors. I have phthalo blue and this teal for kind of just to give a little bit of contrast. I know deep in the sea there's not a lot of that teal color, but we want a little contrast in our painting. So I also have some of this red orange, a pink, and neon yellow. Now the neon yellow is transparent, so as it mixes a little bit with the phthalo blue, it may go a bit green in parts, but I'm okay with that because coral reefs are all different colors, so I'm okay if we get a little bit of green. Okay, so I'm going to start my coral reef down here. So I'm going to get my phthalo blue over most of this canvas. I'm going to go easy down at the bottom because I want those colors to pop, but I do want some of that blue to pick up. Just, we don't want a lot of it. And I want most of it down here to be phthalo, and then we'll add some teal up here. All right, so we're gonna put some teal up here. Just like if you're going from the shallow ocean to the deep ocean, from shore, taking a little creative license here since, you know, under the ocean it doesn't quite look like that, but that's okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have some cardboard here, and I'm just kind of, neither of these colors have silicone because I'm not really looking for cells with this. I'm just looking for a nice kind of oceany movement rather than cells. Now I do have silicone in my coral reef colors. So I'm going to gently just drag this over the canvas until it's covered. I'm going to wipe this off a little bit so we get less of that blue down here, or the teal. I just splattered, and we don't mind some wavy looks. Like I said, I want a little bit down here, maybe like in that corner, so it looks a little bit deeper right there. And then let's go up here a little bit with that dark. We just want movement here. That's all we're looking for. Okay. Wipe some of this deep blue off and bring some of this teal. It's here down a little bit. Okay, that's really pretty. We've got some light colors up there, almost like the sun is coming through the water. I'll touch up the edges later. I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. So what I'm going to do down here, now these colors I said do have silicone. The mix today, because it's what I had on hand, with Basics Matte Fluid Medium, about 2/3 paint to 1/3 of that matte medium, and then enough water to get it to the thin consistency. If you're having trouble with consistency or getting cells, you can check out, I have a video on YouTube about mixing paint, or you can message me on my art page if you're watching this on Facebook, so that you can get a hold of that video to help you with your consistency, because cells, usually if you're having problems, it's mostly going to be because of the consistency. I love this neon yellow, so I'm going to try not to just go crazy with just the neon yellow. Okay, now with this pink, I thought about adding some green to our coral reef, but I did not. Because look, you can see right here, we're getting a little bit of green with that yellow, and I think we probably will get some green, which is also why I'm okay with a little bit more yellow, because we'll get some mixtures of colors. My orange and my pink are both opaque, so we're not going to get those two mixing, but like you can see where the orange and the yellow are, where the orange is over that yellow, or the yellow is seeping in, you're gonna get some mixture of colors there. So okay, a little bit more pink here, and I'm gonna start out with air, like a sort of like a Dutch pour, and then I may swipe and I may tilt. It just depends on what kind of action we get. I don't have a ton of blue paint on the canvas, and the amount of paint you have affects how it moves and how the cells pop up. So I have a few different ideas in my mind of what I can do, but I'm going to start by just moving it with air. I think that it's going to give us the most natural movement like a coral reef would have rather than an obvious straight line from a swipe. Of course, it's giving us probably more splatters than I would like, but we can work with that. Also, I could have been more careful. Blow a little more gentle than I did. That's giving us some really pretty movement. I'm going to torch it real quick. I don't know if we have enough because I'm being really careful about where my colors are. I'm not sure it's quite enough layers of paint to have, cells, because you definitely need a bit of enough paint on the can. Oh yeah, we're going to get some. Okay, cool. That looks really neat. Okay, that almost looks like a little monster there, but that's okay. I'm not going to mess with it too much just because, you know, I don't want any mud and I don't want it to get too fidgety. I don't want it to look like I've fidgeted too much because, you know, with a coral reef, it's going to be more natural. Okay, so I think I'm thinking about having a higher spot, but I'm not going to do that because I like it the way it is, and I think if I mess with it too much, I'm going to end up moving it too much. So let's do some close-ups. And right up here, whoops, I put my hand right in there. I'm tempted to swipe, but I don't want to pull orange through anything. So what I'm going to do, take some cardboard. I'm going to pull it up as much as I can. And then I will either swipe through it or I can blow. But I'm going to just kind of pull some of that up. Or actually, there's enough paint on here now. I can just kind of cover it up. So let's just cover up some of those splatters. And that's actually working out pretty well. Let's see if we can do that here. Dip in some blue. Pour some, some blue through it. Okay. I really liked the way that looked, but that's okay. I'm not gonna fuss over that. Okay. And I'm kind of gonna leave these little specks. Let's cover this little antenna looking thing up. Because, you know, you do have fish and such to give you some color. So there we go. That was really easy. Let's do some